These are the 7 key financials every business owner like you should know. If you haven't yet, click the bell and subscribe to be notified every time we produce our best pieces of content. As a business owner, there's a lot of information to take into account when you're running your business to take the action that you need to make sure you've every chance of being a success. Now, I get that you may not be finance trained, and that's okay. But in our video, I'm going to explain the 7 key financial ratios every single business owner should know to allow their business to be safe and more so a success. Key ratio number 1, your gross profit margin. Doesn't matter, you may have a service, you may sell a product, but understanding your margin is critical because this is going to be where businesses win and lose. Because if you're turning over £1 million and your gross profit margin is, I'm going to say 50%, you're making a 500 grand gross profit. Now, if you increase that by another 10%, that is an extra £100,000. Now, that's significant. But also, if your gross profit margin is not in control and it's going backwards, you could be losing, and it goes down to say 40%, you could be losing another 100,000. This is significant. And as your business scales and you get even bigger, smaller margins on bigger turnover have a fundamental difference. Do you know yours, and are you monitoring it frequently? Another key financial is net profit margin. This is significant. This is the true figure. I normally look at the net profit margin before corporation tax, but that's not a definite, that's just my own personal opinion. Now, what you're looking at is, this is after everything. So all of your income, all of your cost of sales, and all of your overheads divided by your turnover. Now, what percentage are you running for your business, and how often are you measuring this? Because let's be honest, a lot of businesses will take dividends, and you need to have a certain amount of net profit within your business to make sure that you are getting the lifestyle you want. Third ratio, total overheads. These can be where you find waste. So what are your total overheads throughout your business? And which one of them are providing the most value to you? Because it's not always about cut. It's about cutting waste, but making sure that you don't reduce value. So a lot of your support team, a lot of your overheads will help define how well your business is supported. These are the foundations that you're running upon. So I get you never ever want to spend money where you don't have to, but again, you don't want to be a miser because you want to be investing enough money within your business so it is functioning great. So do you know what your monthly, quarterly, annual overheads are, and are they accurate? Another key ratio, runway. What relevance has that got to do with a plane? Nothing. Your runway is how much cash have you got within your business that you can survive without extra income. So you can divide your total overheads by how much cash within your business and how long would you have to survive. This can be really uncomfortable. And in turbulent times, which we're heading into at the minute, this can be make or break because it will give you space. So if you have a bad month or you lose a key customer or things happen, you have got actual protection for you and your business. This is really important. So how much cash do you have in your business that will be divided by your overheads, which I call runway? What's yours and what do you need for your business to run and to be safe if it hit some bumps? Another key financial ratio is debtor days. There's a formula that you can do with this, which is debtors divided by turnover times 365 days of the year. Now, if you're selling goods and services on credit, are people paying within your appropriate credit terms, or are some taking it a little bit too far? So you as a business owner, do you know exactly what your debtor days are and which customers are taking it a bit too far? In these turbulent times that we're heading into, there is a potential for extra bad debt because businesses are going to go bust. Please make sure this doesn't happen to you. Another key ratio, and this one is a bit more complicated, is lockup. Now, lockup is a sum of 3 things. It's the sum of your work in progress days, plus your debtor days, less your creditor days. Oh my God, Michael, that's way too much information. Yeah, okay, bear with me. Your work in progress days is how long it takes you to buy your material and your team to actually get the product or service finished. That will be a certain amount of days. So for us as an accountancy business, when we receive the accounts that come in on whatever package they are, how long does it take us to actually produce them? That will be a cost to the business that you will need to fund. The other one is debtor days. After you've invoiced for your product or service, how long does it take for your customers to pay? Now, the benefit of running a business as well is you will get creditor day as well. So for supplies that you're buying, if you're a construction business, or any supply that you're making, less your creditor days. So do you know within your business how long your lockup is? It is massive, because you will need to fund this lockup period for you to stay solvent and have positive cash flow as a business. Now, one key ratio that I think is really important for every single business is how highly geared you are. Gearing looks as a percentage, the amount of liabilities you've got to total assets. Now, I think this is really important, because if you've got a business that's struggling, your gearing ratio is going to go up because your assets will be going down, but your debt's staying the same. Gearing, I think, is a really important ratio, because when you're comparing how much debt that you've got in your liabilities that you owe compared to total assets, really key ratio. A lot of businesses grow amazingly with debt that's used wisely, and I mean really wisely, to fund growth, not personal expenses. But when you're looking at your business, you want to see how highly geared you are, because this will allow other opportunities in the future, and this will potentially stop you getting into trouble. So keep an eye on your gearing ratio on a quarterly, monthly, annual basis to make sure you are not overstretched. Now, I get some of this video could be pretty heavy going. So if I can help with any questions, please click my Calendly link below. Book a discovery call with me on the phone, on Zoom, or even pop into our office, and I will do my best to help you. And I promise there will be no pushy sales pitch.